It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Coming up next.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Trenton Gill, now to do the honors, and off we go here at Soldier Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
They'll begin things here with Gaskin. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Oh, that was a big beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second and 5 now. Tua on the screen. This is Edmonds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fix that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bears take over. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Fields going to keep it once more. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. That's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
downs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll go option to the short side. And room there to work it inside the 25. The keeper there good for about 9, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and inches.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So Miami coming out for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Nifty move. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Two and now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
They'll run with Gaskin. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, and that fell harmlessly to the ground. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action, Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fields throwing again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats for that first half for Miami. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Mostert able to slither by. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Once again, it's Mostert. He'll get this down to the 38.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Gaskin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, back to Gaskin. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Mostert. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive will start with an option going left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. A beautiful fake.
Fields on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They'll run with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. 2:01 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st down, Fields able to find Kmet. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd down and 3. To throw is Fields. And that's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
yards to go.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go, baby. You know the words?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. St. Brown on the catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Throwing again is Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To the air again, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Results, 4th down.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. A nice little juke. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.